Starship's next launch is just days away, and SpaceX has now published the official flight profile, giving us a clearer look at what the next generation of rockets may do in action. But the story isn't just about liftoff. Across Starbase, Texas, and along Florida's Space Coast, work is underway on future boosters, new launch pads, and the Gigabay facilities where ships will be built. The countdown is on. As of now, SpaceX is targeting October 13, 2025 for Starship Flight 11. They made it official by adding the mission to their launches page. With each flight, we learn more. And this time, there are some intriguing upgrades worth watching. This upcoming mission will use Ship 38 for its first and only flight, paired with Booster 15 for its second mission. Booster 15's engines are seeing reuse. Out of its 33 Raptor engines, 24 are flight-proven. We don't yet know whether those engines were flown previously on B-15 or swapped from other boosters, but reuse is clearly accelerating. Interestingly, for this mission, SpaceX is tweaking how the landing burn will be conducted. Instead of transitioning from 13 engines directly down to 3, they'll step down to 5 engines first, then down to 3 in the final phase. That technique is expected to be adopted in Starship version 3 boosters. Using 5 engines gives more redundancy if one fails mid-maneuver and more control in that critical phase over the tower catch area. Though more engines will burn momentarily, the total burn duration is expected to be 4 seconds shorter than previous flights, roughly 20% faster. This suggests greater efficiency. Less time holding thrust means less wasted propellant combating gravity. In the final stage, the burn will drop to the center 3 engines, aiming for a high-altitude hover-slam-style finish over the water, much like Flight 10. That final descent is designed to end in a planned destruction of Booster 15, ensuring no heavy debris drifts into nearby U.S. territorial waters. Up above, Ship 38 will deploy 8 Starlink simulators from its payload bay, the same type of network gear SpaceX uses for global internet. It will also perform a relight of a Raptor engine in space and run heat shield tests. However, unlike past flights, this time the focus will be narrower. Missing tile experiments in areas where tiles are glued, not pinned, with no backup ablative layer underneath. That increases the odds that Ship 38 may return with small breaches. During re-entry, parts of the vehicle may face serious heat stress in those spots. Ship 38's flight path will also mimic what future ships will do. According to SpaceX, the final return includes dynamic banking maneuvers during its atmospheric descent, likely tested in the belly flop maneuver phase, using subsonic guidance before final landing burn. They may even simulate landing over the chopsticks on the tower, though timing for that is uncertain this flight. All told, this mission gives us a preview of how Starship will evolve in the United States space program. Meanwhile, on the ground at Starbase, Texas, major upgrades are rolling out. The 20 hold-down clamps were reinstalled on Pad 1 after transition from its previous test stand status. Flight 11 might be the last launch ever from Pad 1 in its current configuration. Modifications and upgrades are already in motion. New construction is going up. Large Gigabay structures, crane systems, and foundation work across the complex. Thousands of trucks of concrete have been poured to ready the floor for next-generation ship production. Meanwhile, on the Space Coast in Florida, preparations are going on for the Cape Canaveral JUT LC-39A launch infrastructure to support future Starship operations. Over in McGregor, Texas, SpaceX engineers are pushing Raptor 3 engine tests to new levels. These tests will validate the next-gen propulsion systems destined for future boosters and spacecraft. The data from McGregor will influence design decisions for Flight 12 and beyond. Engine ignition patterns, thrust curve stability, relight reliability, all of these are under the microscope. Success here helps seal whether the U.S. space race can depend on reusable heavy-lift systems. As of now, Booster 15 remains in the rocket garden at Starbase, while Ship 38 is housed inside Mega Bay 2, where heat shield modifications and tile preparations are underway. Media glimpses show cranes lifting parts of Ship 38's hull as work continues. In recent days, a road closure was enacted to facilitate rollout operations. Observers expect the vehicle to move to the pad just one day before launch, possibly Sunday before an October 13th attempt. At Pad 1, teams are busy reinstating hardware and removing unused catch equipment in preparation for future pad designs. Pad infrastructure itself is evolving. The existing chimney, catch arms, chopsticks, designed for older booster versions, are being removed or modified. Additionally, new cable trays and structural elements are being installed on service towers, likely to support higher energy operations in upcoming flights. In Florida, giant crane components have been arriving for an LR-1 13,000 crane at KSC, which should be capable of lifting a full Starship mount in one go. Also, flame trench wall segments and pad assembly parts are in transit. The Space Coast is gearing up to support U.S. Starship operations. Though this mission retains many elements from past Starship test flights, the changes in landing burn strategy, heat shield experiments, and dynamic banking trajectory make Flight 11 a crucial test toward Starship version 3. This is about evolving rocket systems right here in the United States, from Starbase, Texas, to Florida, and across the U.S. aerospace sector. If everything goes to plan, Flight 11 will set the tone for the next set of missions. For U.S. viewers, this means we're watching SpaceX push the envelope further than ever before. So buckle up, because this flight may show us exactly where Starship is headed. If you enjoyed this update, hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell. Drop your U.S. city or state in the comments. I want to see who's tuning in from Texarkana, Miami, Seattle, or anywhere in America. This is Planet Update, bringing you U.S. space news as it happens.